Jesus freak here. December is as December is. And while it's not yet freezing today, this definitely ain't gonna last. I decided to head down to Walgreens and top up a bit on some things. Why bother going all the way to Tops? Besides, Walgreens pop is cheaper. So, besides, I was waiting for a card to arrive, and that finally did. And it looks like Trinitarian sent me a calendar, so now I got two calendars. It's a good thing. I can hang the one I had up in my room, and I might be able to fit theirs on the fridge. Well, we'll see. I randomly slapped a 33-minute medley on my channel a few days ago, and I'm like, well, I wanted to go for an hour. I couldn't find enough. I realized that, as much as it would be perfect to have a picture of me playing a keyboard as the thumbnail, it might give people a misleading impression that I was actually playing it. Which, I know how. I just don't have the coordination to do it. That's why I use MuseScore for that. I tried to humanize it a little bit by varying up the tempos. And, there is a fairly wide variance in the tempos I used in these recordings. I got my Amazon order supposed to come on Wednesday. It hasn't even shipped yet. That could, however, mean that it's shipping from Lancaster or, somewhere else where it's only likely to take a day or two to get here. We'll have to see about that. I made a comment earlier when the topic of food prices came up, and I said, and someone mentioned inflation. It's not inflation. It's pure old-fashioned price gouging. That's the market working the way it's meant to. More money supply. Companies are going to charge as much as they can get away with because that's what they do. That's how the market's supposed to work. The market naturally expands to its limitations.
Wait, Walnut Avenue. Walnut Avenue.
So, it's like, unless you put restrictions on the market, and then, of course, you'll have every single Republican in unison screaming bloody murder, then every time, there's a cost of living adjustment on food stamps, SSI or SSD, everything else is going to go, shooting up to match it. That's not a bug, that's a feature. That's exactly how things are supposed to work. But, of course, it means that those who these cost of living adjustments are supposed to benefit don't actually get any benefit from it. That is a bug. But then again, everything has to, be balanced off. There's this saying, you can only do so much with other people's money. And at some point they're going to revolt, and they're going to revolt against the wrong people. They're not going to revolt against those who are actually causing the problem. They're going to revolt against those who are trying to help because they feel like the money's coming out of their pockets to help people that they don't think deserve it. Which, of course, most people are not altruistic. We like to think they are. We like to pretend they are. We like to imagine they are. That's not reality. We're just like anything else, selfish, self-centered beasts. And so it's perfectly natural, if there's, a program to try to help the less fortunate, and it requires the more fortunate to chip in a bit, they're going to throw a fit because they don't want it. The saying, I want my fair share, and that's everything, And then, the more fortunate, and, it's not really fortunate, and in this sense of luck, and people don't get that far. People don't get to be millionaires and billionaires unless they do it off other people's backs, and they convince those with mid-5 and 6-figure incomes that people like me are the problem. It's nothing new. I've dealt with this my whole damn life. I grew up in a very conservative region because rural areas tend to be conservative. In fact, they're so conservative they tend to be backwaters. That's personal experience speaking. I'm not making stereotypes from being a city slicker, because I wasn't a city slicker until I was 21. Anyway,
Wait.
Jesus freak out.